Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how I installed my Accord front lip onto my 94 Honda Prelude. So the way I went about doing it is obviously first thing you have to do is take off your front lip. There is about, I don't know, 10 or so bolts that run along the inside of it. They're 10mm bolts. And then what I did is I actually hooked up the bolt right here on both sides just to kind of get the fit of it. And from there I came into the center and I just measured where the center bolt lines up. You're going to need a drill and just a 10mm socket and a wrench. So I lined up the center using a permanent marker. What I did was I went down and I marked where each hole is so it could screw in. I got one right along here, right along here, right along here, and it kind of goes out on either side. Once I've got my markers, I took my drill and I went ahead and lined them up. Start small. Make sure you drill smaller. You can always get bigger. You want to just get big enough so that the bulb of the bolt can actually fit through it. And then from there I started hooking everything up. So I put in the center bolt first, worked my way around, put in the second one, put in the third one, and right about there is kind of where it stops. So then I went to the other side, put in the second one on the passenger side, put in the third one on the passenger side, and that's where it kind of stops. It kind of helps bend the lip in shape. And then you'll have to come over here. I went ahead and unbolted the passenger side so I could have a little flexibility. And on the driver side, there's a bolt right about here. I think I had to re-drill a new hole so that it would fit as well. So I drilled the bolt there, put in the bolt, and then I drilled a new hole right here so that the bolt could fit right here and it all lines up. Basically repeated it on the passenger side, and that is all I did to install my Accord front lip. You'll notice it's not perfect. I have a slight little gap right here. The bend is a little bit different from the Accords, but without using a heat gun, I think it actually lined up pretty well. And over here, I have a tiny bit of an overhang, which isn't too bad. It's not noticeable. It doesn't bug me. It's probably just because the bend right here actually goes in a little bit farther than it does. I could fix that if I want to, but I'm not too worried about it. But that, in a nutshell, is how you install your 94 to 95 Honda Accord front lip onto a 92 to 96 4th Gen Honda Prelude.